Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Yeah, we just scored in the first.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Well, we played the dude that blew us out last
And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Oh, you talking about in our fantasy league? Oh, that's over with for me, bro. After Embiid didn't play,
they'll run on first down. Taylor. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run with Taylor. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Get your ass up.
Anthony Averett picks it. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon.
I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward. You did say you got the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
I'm about to send you mine, bro.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Carl Nassib there on the tackle.
That alone right there just... Malcolm Brogdon has been balling his motherfucking ass.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
No, he fell off.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They got the interception, but very little movement after that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. It was Anthony Averett who got him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up.
I think I played you this week football. You see that? No Matt Ryan, no Alvin Kamara, no.
And open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
David Johnson, nobody. That shit so.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson, flush to his right. And I think the ball's out. And it's picked up by the
use a strip. Strip this nigga, man.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point? Whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands.
We had, I mean, shit, we won the first quarter. I don't know what happened after that.
He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it
That
leads
shit
to a
got
third
ugly
down.
quick.
Well, anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits,
Yeah, they don't be knowing the animate. D-Gale don't know the animations for sure. He be trying to go up.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through. I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. Doesn't look like they're putting anything extra, even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
I got somebody on.
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Watson with a give to Miller. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
That should give us a go, all right. I mean, not a go, but another big, at least.
Throwing on 2nd down. Watson. Buying time to his left. He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. He rifles one, it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. There's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jackson now. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 32 on the play. Jackson, options out left. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews his first touchdown of the new season as the Ravens push further out in front. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Yeah, kind of. I'm gonna invite somebody.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 17-0 our score after one. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That one good for 26 and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Watson. They'll find Miller. That's complete. They get just 2 out of it there, and it's 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know that makes...
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time.
Oh, wow.
Inside the 30.
He got
Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills, 81 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Over 30 yards there, and first down.
I think Miguel was trying to play it. It was like he was up there with us.
Big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Check.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Throwing over the middle,
hey,
and it's incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively.
No.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it?
Hey.
I was just right there.
He's right there for the pass breakup.
That's what I just said. I was like, yo,
second down, that'll leave him trying to convert.
I don't think you was in our squad, though.
Yeah, he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
I'm finna try to back out DG.
A 16-yard touchdown. As the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is now 24.
You the big, AJ. You got your guard.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Put the food up there, nigga. Why you ain't doing nothing?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time.
I will. And when I come over there, I need $10 to buy me some food and pay for my gas.
Work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the Cardinals.
Come over there and practice. Hey, how y'all doing? I'm here to put the groceries up and leave.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Watson.
That should be taking a long time to
pressure right. And some space here. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
Yeah, man, if y'all want to run with a nigga, we can run. If y'all don't want to, I'm finna go grind it out. But the Eagles beating the Bills.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Watson now to throw.
You want to bet the last time we supposed to
Watson, and down he goes. Jalen Ferguson gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's exhibited. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by
he got priorities. Look at it.
Possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He already had the one fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it.
The game
Otherwise,
started.
they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Flushed out right. He's going deep for Brown. And this is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday. You told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Yeah, they division for
sure.
All right,
I know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Hey, dog, you got to watch it. That boy Abel was sleeping on you, boy.
His guys will get the football back.
Hey, what's the best defensive badge
cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety,
I got intimidate on silver, pickpocket on
silver,
silver,
be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Hello.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he almost gets this to the 30, taking down about a yard shy. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Watson now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Now it's Watson.
I should lag a little bit too, so.
Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be
text me one time.
He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills, but it'll be second down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right
what the
now,
fuck,
he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film,
I was on the game.
extra time. You know these guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Yeah, we came back out now.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
I don't know why I ain't go with it. That's all. Oh, yeah.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Going deep here for Stills. It's caught.
You see how a nigga be when you trying to go up on big niggas. They don't show a nigga no love on it.
Baltimore's 10.
Oh, I need
the
it.
Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout.
Hey.
As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Your nigga gotta be Russell Westbrook on this hard to dunk on a big nigga. That's my fault. My shit lagging, bro.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
My shit lagging.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Eluding the pressure right. The ball comes out.
Bad, but that shit just faded in and
out
out.
of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Forced out to his left. And Stills bringing it in. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
That's all.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
This is Hunt on the draw play. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man. You just trying for Brown.
He's on that Call of Duty right now. What's up?
Picked off at the 11. He's got daylight. 30. 10.
I just think, yeah, man.
Pick 6 for the Texans TD.
This ain't that league. I'm in 2 leagues, but yeah.
Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way he hates when I traded the athleticism because you and I both know.
That's why that nigga y'all talking to, his name looks slow for me. I think I beat his ass in one of them leagues.
You gotta remember that.
Who that? Me?
You?
I doubt it.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6.
I doubt it. You gotta count the rings, playboy. If you saw my name, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's him. That's that guy.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsider here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Now I'm the Ravens this year, bro.
Football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. Some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority.
It sound good, though.
Try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light me.
And he's going to go down.
Whatever nigga.
Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
See, what be funny is them niggas be cold in them leagues, but then you play them niggas regular, them niggas don't even be all that, because they don't be having them cold ass,
extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field, so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
After the sack on first down, Jackson will rifle this one deep right side.
I'm straight. Him and Lil Roger. Both of them niggas decent.
Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Straight.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
Like 5 niggas out my league. Shit,
from the gun, it's Jackson.
But them niggas sorry. I hate like sorry ass.
Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Yeah, I got her fat belly ass picture.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38, being chased out left.
Oh, come on. Ain't nobody?
It's caught. It's Miller.
Just an inch
He'll get down a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Gets his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
y'all bullshit that competition.
That's because our glass claim the one that's in the corner all game. He ain't trying to get no rebounds.
Watson on third down. Going deep.
That's why I passed it to him the first time. Shit, that nigga missed the shit out there.
And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Okay.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Looked at me like the adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up.
It's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Oh, I need it. Let's go here. Oh, you good. Yeah, that animation shit, I seen.
They come out here in the eye. Gotta figure this is one they need here on third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth. So on fourth down, Texan kicker KIBWE Fairbairn comes on. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 23 yards on the play. Jackson now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. On first down, they'll run with Hunt.
Good shot.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight.
Okay,
anyone open.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 34 yards as the Ravens push further out in front.
About to draft in DL.
So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2.
This is the second game of the second season.
Hunt going to run for it. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. They get the conversion. And Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of this one? Because initially kind of set you back a little bit.
It does.
What team was you?
Pressure coming towards you, but if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle, or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner. That allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had 3 points
what's your username?
But they only won 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. And he can't find a receiver, and he's blocked
idiotic D-Gill, motherfucker.
So that complicates
it was Gil. You were the Bengals.
18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Yeah. I think, I might was the Bills.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Dancing to his left. Got it over man, it's Aitman.
Gotta be hard.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Ross.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Here's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Greedy Williams picks it off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Greedy Williams all on the motherfucker Ravens.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now that turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
He dropped it. Taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Y'all losing?
Watson escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He'll buy some time right. And my goodness, another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked somewhere else, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more.
Yeah, that's cool.
The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches, but it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson looking for his running back, and he's got him. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a third down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing.
Hey, you get on Call of Duty.
We have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game. Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, Jackson. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Say, hey, when I just got this one, I got one question.
And this score will stay right where it is.
Still on Madden.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Man, that nigga like 87.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw to the right, caught by Aitman. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. On first down, it's Watson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught.
I'm just trying to see why he said the status is offline, but they should be joining.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him, and then change the coverage.
And now here's another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Jackson, options out left. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down.
Everybody said that big go. Man, this nigga got an AK on this hole. He's been playing this hole strong on the bit.
Hey, baby. I'm done.
I need to go get that copy, dude.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
That's how about my 2K. I knew I was Brian.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory.
So you finna get on the game or what, man?
You know, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for the Ravens, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Oh, my nigga on this hoe too, nigga. Fuck this boy.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. You better call back up.